Alright, so in this video I want to take a look at these bone conduction headphones. I'll show you a couple of detailed images, I'll give you a little more information about them, and then we'll talk about them. Alright, so we're looking at these bone conduction headphones, and I've actually had a few similar to this in the past, and they always surprise me a little bit at how well they work. These might actually work a little better than some of the others that I've had, but it's been quite a few years since I've really messed with those much. One thing I will say is these are much lighter than the other ones, and they sit off of my head by several inches. I can get two fingers in between where they go around my head here, and the only real problem with that, especially for me, is if I'm sitting in a chair and I'm consuming media on a laptop or something and I sit back, they run into my chair back here, and when they do, they're pushed up, they end up pushed up off my ears, you know, like partially pushed up, or they get pushed really forward. So anyway, what I do think is cool is they're very durable. They seem very durable and flexible, so I don't think they're going to be a problem as finding someone's comfort level as far as fitment goes, because they have a bit of a springiness to them, so they stay in place like really well. They're not going to go anywhere. You could run with these, whatever. It's not going to be a problem, but they're also not going to squeeze so much that they actually are uncomfortable. So that's pretty cool. So on the right side here, you have nothing as far as controls go. You just have your, I'm assuming there's a battery in both, so battery compartment and a little rubber pad. And that little rubber pad is what's going to come right in the area where your temple is in front of your ear, and that's the conduction portion. So the bone conduction, it actually vibrates and goes through. So these will probably not be the best choice for someone who likes a whole lot of bass, because obviously their bone conduction, their vibration, so you're not going to get as much bass. Although, saying that, they had more than I expected, so it's not bad, but definitely not going to be the favorite for most people that are looking for bass. Other than that, they are very comfortable and they're very lightweight. On the left hand side, you have your multi-function button, so you can hear that little play, pause, answer and reject calls. You have your volume and your power on the bottom, and here you have your charging port. Now, another negative, if other than like the part where it sticks out in the back, is the fact that these use micro USB instead of a Type-C cable, which would be really nice because that's becoming the more current and the standard. It's not a very long cable, but it will, it is adequate. And if you have your own, obviously just use your own if you need to or want to. Now, being that they're bone conduction, they don't fill your ear canal, so that's very comfortable, and I really appreciate that aspect. But at the same time, depending upon what your use case scenario is and what you like best, you may not like it, because one, if you turn it up to the extremely high volume level, there will be a little bit of sound bleed, and some people in very close proximity may be able to hear it, but it's not that bad, and they're not super loud in that regard. They do get fairly loud when they're on, when you're using them, and when you have them on, it really does sound like the sound is just coming like into your ears the same way as if you were wearing earbuds basically, but you don't have the discomfort that some people experience, and some people maybe just don't like things in their ears. However, the noise isolation is just non-existent because they're not in your ears. And to combat that, they provide this little case with two little earplugs that you can stick in your ear. They're super soft, super comfortable. So if you're looking to isolate sound and really enjoy the experience even more, you can do this. Use these. So they sound really good though. Everything's really clear. So really impressive, you know, in terms of that. So if you're using them for whatever use case you're using, whether it's music, movies, you know, calls and such, you probably can really enjoy them a lot. So they have this nice little user manual. They have all the little details here on this device, which is pretty cool. The box they come in, it actually is presented really well. So it has this, you know, sort of plastic covering. The headphones are in there like that. And some little information on the side, on the back. Nothing really on this side over here. But anyway, overall they sound really good considering they're not going in your ears, and that's really nice. And again, they are very comfortable. They shouldn't come off. I can't imagine them coming off easily. I can even wear my glasses without any real issues. I can, you know, get them around without that being a problem. But you can see how they sit. Hopefully you can kind of see the back. So anyway, I do like them. I don't know that I'll be able to use them much because most of my time with earbuds and headphones is spent sitting back with a chair. So I won't be able to use them as much, but I have a friend that can benefit from these, so I may actually just gift these to him. His birthday's coming up soon. But anyway, use time is between about 6 and 8 hours, depending upon whether you're using it for voice and conversation or if you're using it for music. And of course, if you turn it up to higher volume levels, that could decrease the time. So assume that you're in the 3/4 level as far as volume for that type of runtime. Charging is only a couple of hours, so it's not that big of a problem to be able to use them and enjoy them for a long duration without having a crazy long time for charge. Other than that, there's not a whole lot else that I can think of that is really relevant and pertinent that isn't presented via the images at the first part of the video or by the link that you'll find below the video. Okay, so I think I've covered everything. I rambled a little bit too much, and I apologize, but I thank you for watching and hope you found that helpful.